Next, we'll test our RenderTodos component, which has three dependencies: a list of to-dos, an updateTodo method, and a deleteTodo method. The component returns an unordered list, which takes the list of to-dos, maps over them, and for each to-do, renders a to-do component with a key to-do, updateTodo, and deleteTodo properties. To test our RenderTodos component, first we'll import React, as we'll be using JSX. We'll import the render method from the React testing library. We'll import the RenderTodos component. And we'll also import mock-todos to handle the todos dependency that our component requires. And this is simply an array of objects that matches the shape of our expected to-dos data. I create an it block to house our test. And what to assert is that our RenderTodos renders an array of to-do objects. Because we don't want to actually call the update or delete to-do methods inside of our unit tests, we'll create mock functions to handle those dependencies. So I'll create a variable mock update to do. And I'll create a variable for our delete to do called mock delete to do. Next, I'll create a variable to house the rendered to-dos called rendered to-dos for our RenderTodo component. For our to-dos dependency, I'll pass in our mock to-dos. For the update to-do dependency, I'll pass in our mock update to-dos method. For our delete to-do dependency, we'll pass in our mock delete method. Now we can make an assertion that the passed in to-dos is successfully rendered into the DOM by our RenderTodos component. So what we can do is say expect rendered to-dos to match inline snapshot, or save our file, which will run a test suite. And what we see is an object representing the rendered result of our component. And you'll see each of the to-dos as you scroll through the object that we see here inside of our mock to-dos file. We'll also notice that our tests are not only passing, but there is a section for snapshots, and we see that one is passing and that we have one total. So in summary, to test our RenderTodos component, we made a specific spec file for it. We imported mock to-dos to mock out our required array of to-dos. We made mock functions for our update and delete methods, and we used an inline snapshot to verify that the resulting HTML output with the passed in to-dos matches what we expect.